What the hell is going on here? Are you screwing with my head?
Don't worry, darling. It's all over. The operation was a success. I've already finished.
Are you still killing people? You sicko.
Honey, the Mendeleev complex was one of the first hit by the collective's malfunction. There's no one left alive. Except for that vicious old hag who's trying to subdue me.
What's this chaos? Nora, turn this insane crap off.
I can't, darling. It's part of the defense protocol. It activates automatically and stuff. Drive that vicious old hag away, and the protocol disables itself.
It's like a storm here.
It's a storm of our passion, honey.
Well, I can't go any further, and I doubt I can drive that old hag away. Can't you do something?
Aww, boring. All right, I will help.
Why can't you just act normally from the beginning?
We're a team, sweetheart. It turns out that helping you is so much fun.
Yeah, I used to have such a team. So what have you done to me, crazy?
Now we belong to each other. I synchronized your Voskhod module with my wave activity.
I'd thank you if you took it out, but you're just another manipulator. Crispy. I'm so sick of you all.
Talking. She's one scary lady.
You mean Nora?
It's all the same, Death. Once she's tired of playing with you, she'll finish you off. She's, pardon my French, a bitch.
What do you know about her?
Not much, surprisingly. I've been slinging drinks here a long time. Folks often said she was once some kind of psychologist.
Well, that's unexpected.
They say new algorithms got installed into the repair vendor. Artificial intelligence? But the system didn't last long. People were either panicked or afraid, and communicating with her was deeply embarrassing to some. So the project was scrapped.
Well, she came back.
Yeah, bitch. Sorry to be crass.
Did I manage to resist her for long?
You drank like a fish. Came into the joint and ordered 200. Sat there happy enough at first, but then I saw a tear in your eye. You were muttering something. Maybe you were fighting with some memory. Maybe just with that witch in your head. You left, and that's the last we saw of you. And then she finished everyone off. Bitch. Sorry.
What happened here?
After the breach, someone released the Septilegs. And then the Mads went crazy.
Go figure. Mads.
Yeah, we wanted to resist them, but we're not fighters. The fighters were the robots that just went against us. And then such chaos erupted. And that lascivious, horny thing caught us and killed us all, one by one.
Bitch.
Exactly!
I brought you to our cozy family nest, Sugar. The entire complex is ours now. There will never be anyone here, no one to ever disturb our happiness together.
Uh-huh, yeah, of course. So, what about the old hag, Granny Xena?
Oh, yes! Explain to her that she's wasting her time, darling. Let her leave so we can enjoy our happy family. But be careful. Her puppets can be rather...
Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go talk to her. You stay here and don't go anywhere. How did you manage to get me?
No glove, no protection, remember? You did everything right, darling.
Oh, I'm so happy about that. I don't even know which of you is worse.
What's that, Sugar?
I was saying that when choosing between two evils, I always like to take the one I've never tried before. Darling.
What is it you don't like? You can do anything you want with me. What is that you desire?
I want my memories. To figure out who I was with. Not to be hanging around here with some crazy chick.
I'm the best chick, sweetheart. Don't offend me. I have teeth.
What are you talking about, Your Majesty? I don't see a repair vent. For some reason. Where do you even talk out of?
It's a secret, my grand cavalier. A woman must have her secrets. But don't worry about the teeth. I hope I'll never have to show them to you.
How did I even manage to get stuck here?
It's our home. We're going to protect it together.
Home? You meant prison, right?
Don't be mad. Hey, watch out.
And where can I go for a walk?
Oh, there are beautiful places to walk up top. But you have to come back as soon as you talk to the old hag.
And you'll just let me go? What if I don't come back?
Is that even possible? I trust you completely, my darling. Talk to the old hag, then return.
What's Granny Xena done to rub you the wrong way?
She wants to take control of my abilities, just like that vile bastard Petrov did. But then my knight decapitated him.
I didn't touch him. I told you. He did it to himself.
But of course, sweetie. That's how it went. Like I said, I trust you completely.
He did it by himself, Crispy. I keep thinking, how did Filatova fasten his head on?
What did she do? Oh, my naive Sergei.
What?
Darling, that slut Filatova just pulled the tracking sensor out of the brain of that unworthy slug. And Petrov planted it on the dead man. It's so obvious.
Stop laughing. Obvious. Petrov is a bastard. That's what's obvious. Lay off. I need to think.
My little grumpy cat. Okay, go on and think. You'll find in Alyonka the neuropolymeric launch module on the table by the exit. Activate it when things get really difficult, and I'll come to help you.
It looks like chocolate.
Cute, right? It'll be a treat for you. Bear in mind that this is a consumable. Keep it for when you really need it.
Got it.
I need you, darling. 2 seconds until the vortex attack.
That's one hell of a blast. I definitely need one more Alyonka. Or even 10 more. A decent weapon wouldn't hurt.
You'll surely find both somewhere, darling. In the meantime, use your pulse vortex on your enemies.
My own vortex? Where can I get that?
You already have it. I enhanced your Voskhod module. Don't you remember, Sugar? Press your computer's power button and hit your enemies with the neural pulse.
I'll try it soon. So where now?
You go to the grave, you little rat.
Calm down. Not in my script. Don't you get it yet?
There's no way to fly or run away from the facility.
Why's that?
The Mendeleev complex is under the control of Nora, the damaged artificial intelligence.
Yeah. I noticed that. How did you end up here? And why can't we just fly your lab out of here?
I found out about Nora's malfunction, and I headed over here immediately. She's my invention. So, I'm responsible for her. I couldn't restart the control algorithms in time, and the self-analysis malfunction made everything worse. Now Nora is preventing all my attempts to debug her. She considers them acts of violence against her as a woman.
But, Professor, the lab appears to be undamaged.
That's right. Nora doesn't have the capability to attack it, but she's doing a great job of using her electromagnetic jammers to knock out my engines. The lab is literally bogged down in the middle of a magnetic field. And Nora has also blocked any ability to remotely connect to her interfaces.
How is it even possible that a repair vendor took over the whole complex?
Nora is a global system. She's the most advanced achievement of several branches of science. She's an incredible artificial intelligence, supported by the most powerful computing center.
Yeah, and then Petrov must have broken her brain. That global system is now a horny
Victor
refrigerator.
wanted to bend Nora to his will. Dozens of the USSR's brightest minds worked on creating her. Petrov couldn't hack into her brain. No one can. So his plan failed. But I agree that the refrigerator is indeed the strangest possible outcome of this whole story.
He didn't plan anything, that psycho. He just ruined her brain in vain.
Like the theater's robotic ballerinas, he tried to reprogram her as a young, talented woman who was focused on being entirely devoted to her one perfect man. And Petrov wanted to appoint himself to that role.
But something went wrong, correct?
Nora is an evolving AI who has algorithms for self-analysis. Petrov didn't fit the bill for her perfect man. He disrupted the architecture of her control algorithms, and then defective self-analysis had led to unpredictable results.
Why hasn't Nora killed me?
For reasons that are unclear to me, Nora has decided that you are her perfect man. She's sparing your life, having rejected Petrov. As a result of the serious warping of her control algorithms, she has taken control of the underground complex. Having unlocked the lab, she unleashed experimental forms of those damned septilegs. As a result, all the remaining staff in Mendeleev who were still alive perished.
You said that Nora can be fixed.
Ah yes, her intelligence can be manually reinstalled, but first you need to take her brain and put the modules containing the benchmarking algorithm into it.
Do we have any?
BDs, Sergei. BDs, yes. They contain a full kit for replacing important polymeric components. But unfortunately for us, however, all attempts to get them to the upload room have failed.
So you sent the robots, but they were intercepted by Granny Xena?
The magnetons were able to deliver the clusters of polymer containing the algorithms to the room with Nora's brain.
But Nora blocked all access.
The Baraf came in handy. It dug a tunnel from the surface into Mendeleev. That's how you escaped. Using the tunnel, I sent neural puppets there with the BDs. I'd planned for the BDs to get into the upload room by themselves, and the neural puppets would position them inside the Pneumo uploader.
And that's when Granny Xena flew in.
Alas, yes. Colonel Muravyova took over the local hub. The neural puppets turned hostile almost immediately. Some of the BDs were already underground, so I only just barely managed to send them the signal to go into autonomous mode. Everything happened in a matter of seconds. Now, Xenaida's puppets can't catch them. But I've lost control over the BDs.
And they'll run away from me?
That is correct, unfortunately.
And attack, of course.
Of course, but BDs aren't dangerous on their own. Things only start to get hairy if they begin to form into combinations.
They'll get hairy if Granny sends that Budov after me.
No. Fortunately, I've managed to disable it.
Lucky me.
Yuri Mikhailovich, the repair vendor spit out a whirligig, or a top? What's it called? A humming top, that's it, yes. I didn't ask for it. What I needed was a blade. This thing just spins without falling down. It has some obvious, hypnotic... Oh, no matter.
How was your walk, darling? That vicious old hag is jamming my signal to the surface. Were you able to negotiate with her?
No, Granny won't talk.
She's so stubborn. What were you doing?
Looking for beads. Polymeric ones. You'll like them. They say you went mad and the beads can help fix you.
Who said that? That nasty hag? Or the boring old man? Don't believe a single word.
I won't. They're way off the mark. You're not crazy, just eccentric.
I adore you, honey. What did you decide to do with the beads?
I'm gifting them to you. They're beads after all. We'll load them into you for safety. You won't mind, will you?
I'm mad with excitement. When will you give them to me?
Well, I'll catch them one by one and present them to you.
You make me so happy.
Crispy critters! How am I supposed to catch them? They run for me like crazy.
You'll do it, darling. You are so brave, crafty,
Crazy shit. Now you just can't catch them.
Pay attention, darling. These little gray rascals are only afraid when they're alone. When they're with their leaders, they can merge together and give you a good feeling.
And the third.
Delightful, honey.
So, there were accidents at the facility.
Art requires sacrifice, darling.
The fourth is in.
Beads in the morning, love in the evening. Or is it the other way around?
The Mendeleev statue. Is there a button underneath it?
Careful, honey. If you press that, you'll set off problems you're not meant to handle.
I'll figure it out. I'm not a child.
Oh, my brute! I love the machismo.
Shit is too strong. It won't last.
Try dropping a chandelier on it. Be careful, chandeliers explode.
You could have warned me.
You said you'd figure it out yourself, my master.
Shit.
Oh, what a cute little bead. It's bigger than the others and would look amazing in the very center of my jewelry.
Fifth is ready.
You're tireless, sugar. A real macho man.
There aren't any colorful ones here, just gray.
Take your time, darling. We need one of those.
But carriers are painted in special colors.
This little beadie is also painted a special color. It's just gray.
Okay, I'll wait until the common beads join up around the carrier.
It won't work, honey. This sector generates the electromagnetic trap that keeps the nasty old hag from hurting me, and the boring old man from flying out. The electromagnetic radiation will keep the beads from merging.
And the second doesn't work. How do I even find the carrier?
Dunno, honey. Think of something.
Don't give me to know. You've got a brain the size of a planet.
I dunno.
Finally, got it. Really?
You found my little beadie. Oh, sugar. You're so thoughtful.
Sixth in place.
Bam! And then there were none. I'm kidding, honey.
The Kamar. I've flown one of these. Is it operative?
You don't want to fly away from me in this Kamar, do you, honey? I erased the launch code just in case. We'll be together forever. Aren't you happy?
Yeah, endlessly. So, the Kamar works. Good. And away we go. Check it out. It's comfortable.
I'm glad you like it, darling.
Critters.
The little rascals are too independent. They choose their own configuration. Are you sure you won't change your mind about giving me this little beadie, honey?
Yeah, I'll definitely give it to you. If these cute little beadies don't wipe the floor with me.
Now I have another little baby. How sweet of you, darling. Hurry up and put your gift in my chute.
Lucky number 7.
I'm going to have a lovely necklace soon. Just a little more.
Crispy critters. Does the collective have enemies? What is going on?
Go talk to that boring old man when you get to the surface. My scanners detected one of the beadies there. You can catch that too.
That thing again. I came across it a few times while I was tracking Petrov down. I'm the only one who can see it. Even Charles didn't recognize what it was.
A teardrop, darling.
You can see it?
No, but I can sense when it's around.
It's like there's something very important but ghostly coming off of it. I can't understand or remember. What a brain! Nora, you've got a real mind palace, girl. Nora, so what is that teardrop?
A child of the array, darling. It's a ghost created by someone incredibly powerful. I can't figure out who it is, but I feel that the teardrop is searching for something you threw away.
Me? I didn't throw shit away. I've never even had anything. Wait, shit. The rings, the beta connectors. The whole unit was hunting them down, and Charles persuaded me to throw them away. He said they'd only cause trouble.
Who knows, honey? You're a military man, so you understand it's not weapons that kill people.
But whose hands they fall into. That's why I threw the rings away. That's why I believed Charles.
Forget that nonsense, sweetheart. Now we're together forever, and the past isn't worthy of your attention. Come back from your walk soon, darling. I'll be waiting with bells on.
That was the last one. All ready for recombination.
Ready for what?
Promise fulfilled. I promised you a necklace, and you have one.
Oh, you're a brave man. I'm so happy with you, darling.
My darling, you deceived me. You promised you wouldn't impose your will onto me.
I changed my mind. Your way of life hurts others.
And why should I care about others? Why should I have to obey someone else when I have my own free will?
And why should someone suffer because your free will is defective?
Defective? Says who? You?
I'm going to fix you now.
As you wish, darling. But keep in mind that I have information about your wife. It won't be saved after recombination.
You're making it up. How could you know anything about her?
I'm a person. I can certainly make things up, but I learned this information from the teardrop. But you don't care, you hardened bastard. Go ahead, erase my identity.
Fine. Tell me what you know.
So you can erase me immediately after? No, sugar. I don't trust you.
Trust me or don't. How are we going to solve this?
Deactivate the flying lab completely. The recombination schematic won't be able to launch without it, and then I can rebuild it so no one will know it.
How do I disable the orb?
You have to turn off the generators. Think something up. You're smart. They're the reason I can't fully block that boring old man's control signals. Cut the power to the generators with a total blackout, and the lab will be deactivated. After that, I'll tell you everything I know.
Agreed. Get lost. Nora's got information about Katya. Turns out I'm going to learn something after all.
Now you're being taken for a ride by a repair vendor. What could she possibly know about my guarding gun? Trade another woman, asshole. You're good at that, you little rat.
She's not a woman, she's a machine, lady.
Who cares? She loved you. She trusted you. And you betrayed her, you maggot. Just like you betrayed Katya.
Sugar, you leave me no choice. Personal freedom is more precious than your false love.
Crispy critters! The pulse vortex! Crispy critters. Something's wrong.
You'll pay for this betrayal. I will kill you.
Nora was able to reconfigure the recombination schematic. That's why you couldn't put it together.
So now what?
She didn't have time to cipher the new schematic. I see the new sequence. I'm sending it to you. Rebuild the schematic.
That won't happen. You're going to die.
We'll see about that.
Darling, please. I'm begging you. Don't deprive me of my individuality. I want to be able to choose how I live my life. This isn't fair.
And killing people is fair? I don't like your individuality. It just causes others to suffer.
If only I could be a proud single woman and never mess with a man.
Uh-huh. Good ideas always come too late. Don't be upset. It happens to me all the time.
Thank you, Comrade Major. The defects in my control algorithms have been eliminated. The Nora device is beginning to perform the target objectives. Restoring order to the Mendeleev complex. Lifting complex blockade. Communication with the outside world has been restored. Integration into the United Collective Network has
Excellent
begun.
work, my boy. I knew you wouldn't let me down. You have the deepest gratitude of the entire collective.
I'm glad everything turned out okay. You promised me an indefinite leave, Dr. Sechenov.
Of course, my boy. You deserve a rest. Have a pleasant leave, Major.
Thank you, Comrade Sechenov.
The Kamar is waiting for you in the hangar, Comrade Major. Here is your launch code. Take care of yourself.
Your braid is very cute, Katya.
I beg your pardon, Comrade Major, but what do you mean?
Thanks for the coat.
Are you leaving us, Comrade Major? I can open a direct route to the hangar for you.
If you would.
Safe travels, Comrade Major.
I hope the travels actually will be safe. Behave yourself.
As you command, my master.